Back with you once again for another episode of JoshL6. Hopefully, the final one, as we are wrapping up the set today and entering the final 4 levels. So, we're going to start things off with a level I've solved before, but I don't really remember much about, and that is Shimmer Glimmer. Number the traps from 1 to 7 in reading order. 2 and 3 lead you out into the yellow key, 1 and 6 lead to blue, 5 and 7 lead to red, and 4 leads to the exit. Okay, so 2, 3, 1, 6, 5, 7, 4. Okay, is that the order we're supposed to do them in? Let's find that out. I'm a little nervous about just pushing stuff around with no real direction. So yeah, that just goes straight up there. Okay, there. That's kind of what I wanted to do. Okay, that is not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to get it stuck there. So I'm actually wanting to do... So wait, these are traps. So 2 and 3 would mean that I need to push one into the space where I'm sitting right now, right? So why don't we do that? And then we can do that. Okay, so... Alright. I'm a little nervous about this bug. Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about. Okay, we just need to figure out how to do this part. This is not that bad, right? Okay. I just need to wait for a gap in this bug pattern. I think it's right here. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, so let's see where these go. I'm curious to see... Do we need these bugs for anything, or is this just a... Okay, I guess that will kill them, right? Because I saw that trap door thing, toggle door thing. Okay, so I'm going to assume that we don't use the bugs for anything at all. So, first order of business is get the yellow key. Let's figure that out. I think that's over here, right? Somewhere up here? Yes. Okay. And then we had 1 and 6, right? Wasn't that the next one? I like the fact there's a hint out here. 1 and 6 lead to blue. So let's just go in this order. I think this order is fine. So 6 would mean this. So that's pretty straightforward. So blue is one of the ones over here. I think it was in this corner, was it? Yes. Okay. I like these force floors as a barrier. Okay, next up is 5 and 7, I believe. Let's just double check that. Thankful for this hint being here. Yeah, 5 and 7 lead to red, and then 4 is the exit. Okay, so basically the 2 rightmost ones. That's an interesting setup. Let's go here. And push that down. Okay. I think I'm going to need to come at this from the other side. There's probably a way to do it without doing that, but I'm going to go ahead and do it like this. And then I'm going to need to come around over here. There we go. Okay. I feel like this level is kind of a precursor to some of the more complicated Sokobans that have come out that use CC elements. It's interesting to think about that. Do we not have a green key, or... Oh, it's over there. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. That's what gets you in there, because that partial posts that. And I guess that's it, right? That one trap goes through here. Okay, that was really cool. I don't know if that needed to be level 146 necessarily, but I like the concept. Maybe I'm just saying that because we've had all these crazy Sokobans that have come out since then. But that was pretty cool. I like the concept a lot. It's a nice proof of concept, I guess is a good way of putting it. Alright, the next 2 levels are levels that I have not played before, so let's go ahead and get started with the Aether, or the Ether Foundation. So I happen to know that this level is a walls of block parking from CCLB4, although I want to say block parking did not yet exist at the time, or in CCLB4, I should say, at the time that this was made. And Something tells me that we need to get a block through here. Either that or we need to get fire boots. Let's look around first. Okay. So that trap button, or that trap, I don't think we can get through. So I think what we need to do is we just need to hold down the trap here first, and then we can worry about actually nailing across later. So let's do that. Or getting suction boots is probably more likely at this point. Okay. So we get suction boots only. Gotcha. Alright, so now we can go over here. This leads directly to here, which we use to get this. So this is kind of an item swapper, it looks like. I'm going to assume that we don't get those suction boots, because that would be entirely pointless. I'm going to save that pair of fire boots. Okay, let's take a look around here. The objective seems to be to send the ball across. I'm going to assume that that's what we need to do. But in order to do that, I'm going to need to get some blocks out. There's 3 spaces there. Now, this is interesting because I'm seeing here that it appears the only way to really do this is to gain suction boots in such a way that we can then push the block down if we are to get it out through here. So I'm really curious to see how this will work out. Oh, I see. There's a... Oh. Oh, okay. I think I see... I think I'm picking up what you're putting down here, Josh. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So am I thinking about this quote-unquote correctly right now, where in order to escape, I'm going to need to make sure that I clear a path through all this stuff. I think I'm just a little concerned about how that's all going to work out from the standpoint of getting all 3 of them out. Like, how do you make sure that you get all 3 of these things out? That's where I'm a little iffy on the concept. Assuming I need to even do that, right? Because this seems to be the ultimate destination, going through there. Right? Like, that seems to be the case. Unless I need to go back. Is that what's going on here? Oh, wait, I cannot go back. Oh, man, okay. Yeah. This is mildly concerning. I think I see how you can do this, though. You kind of have to get at least one of them in here, right? See, my issue is that I don't want to push one into this square, because if I do that, then I'm forcing myself to have to go around. But I think if I were to go... See, if I were to put, like, 2 blocks down through here, and I had, like, the 3rd one here, then I can see that working out. Right? Like, that would be fine. I just don't know how to get 2 blocks in there specifically. And I'm wondering if I've already ruined this, because... Let me just push this out and figure it out. Except, wait a minute. I don't know if I can. Because if I'm going to take this one out... Oh my, okay, this is... Okay, I can put this here temporarily. I can do that. So as long as I put that there, I'm fine. So I'm going to go out here, right? I'll do that. Okay, so now we can come back around. So, we're still confronting the same problem we had earlier, I think. I think my concern with this whole thing is... Because the other dirt tile we removed was here, right? I don't think there was... Yeah, there couldn't have been. I think that was it. So... You have to get everything out of this area, because every single path out of here involves inherently stepping on a thief. Like, that's unavoidable. So, I'm not entirely certain what I'm supposed to make of this. On one hand, I feel like doing this is fine-ish, but then I'm still confronting the issue of how do I get around from that one. Oh wait, I think I can do it. Hang on. So if I do this, I can push you up here, right? If I push you up there... Oh wait, no. Would that actually work? I don't think it would. Oh, wait a minute. No, it would. It would. That is a Sokoban puzzle. That is really, really clever. I love that room. That is one amazing room. It has that sense of satisfaction of just feeling completely hopeless, and then you figure it out, and it's the best feeling ever. And I really love that. Oh, don't tell me I wasn't supposed to get a red key. Oh my gosh, please tell me I wasn't... Did I just mess that whole thing up? Could I have seen that? I guess I could have seen that. Okay, the question is, where did I pick that up? I'm trying to remember that now. Could I have helped that? I'm going to assume that I could have avoided that, right? Okay, let's just run with the assumption that I could have avoided that. I'm going to start over. Okay, so I can't actually break in through that. Okay, I'm just still reeling from that entire puzzle. That was really cool. Let's clear this whole mess up here. I gotta say, this is the second Walls Up level that I played based on this layout, and so far I'm enjoying this one more than the one from Walls of CCLB4, which was all about monster dodging. I mean, it was a really cool level, don't get me wrong, but I liked the variety in this one a little bit more. Okay, so this just goes over here, and I'm going to assume that we come back through here later, or we... Let me just look out for where we get this key. I just don't know where you get this. Where is this red key? Okay, I'm going to leave that be for now. Oh, it's up there. Okay, so don't get that key. Do not get that. So we just need to do what we did before here. This room, I have to say, this is a really masterful handling of this area. I still can't get over this. This is really, really cool. Okay, first of all, let's push that up. I think that's how we did this before. I'm going to have to remember now. I think we actually just left one of them on the left side, didn't we? Because we're going to have to at some point anyway, and I don't think that's contingent on anything else. So, as we're wrapping up this Let's Play, I wanted to talk about some of the future plans I have for the channel and for what I'm planning to do next. Because I know some of you are probably wondering about that, and that's totally fair. So, I suppose the first thing I should mention before we get into that is that I am planning on doing one more Chips Challenge Let's Play, at least, and it is going to be Walls of CCLP3, Josh's set, Walls of CCLP3. I am planning to do a second CCLP at some point. It's going to be the mystery set, as I'm calling it, that Josh is planning on releasing here at some point. I'm trying to remember how I did this part. Did I just completely mess this up now? Wait, no. No. It was this. Right? Yeah, it was something like that. So yeah, Josh is planning on releasing a set at some point this summer, I believe. I'm going to have to see exactly when that's happening. But with that in the works, I do plan on Let's Playing that because it's one of those things I've been looking forward to for a while now. And I think that's probably going to be the final Chips Challenge thing I do for a little while, just because I've been doing so many of them. And after that, I really want to see if I can start playing through more, I don't know, something maybe a little different. And I have an idea of what that could be. Okay, I should have looked at this more carefully. Okay, so this is for viewing and observation. So I'm going to assume that we just need to use this to bridge back. Right, because there's nothing else we can do with this. Okay, so now I can come back here. I think we take the red key with us. Pretty sure we do. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I'm seriously thinking of playing games on the... This is something that is going to be a bit of a leap for me, but I'm thinking about playing games on the Switch. Because I have a Nintendo Switch, and it's something that I've been considering getting into for a little while in terms of the channel. And, okay, what holds this down? I'm going to assume it's not held down, right? Anyway, there is a game that I really, really want to play on there. And what is the point of doing that? Oh, I can do this. Oh. I'm going to assume that that holds that down, this trap. Okay, good. Okay, so I just need to clone, like, 7 more. So yeah, there's a game I've been thinking about playing for a while, but if I play this game, it's going to take up an inordinate amount of time. Like, a lot of time. And I really want to do it just because I feel like I have not really played a really long Let's Play, and I'm not counting the CC2 LP1 voting stuff in here. But if I do this game I'm thinking of, it's going to take quite some time. And I think it could be really good in terms of doing that. So, okay, what does that red button do? That I don't know. I'm assuming it's not connected in any way to that, because I can see that the trap will probably change the positioning of the balls such that I can then hit the tank button and go in there. I just don't know what that... Oh, maybe it hits... Oh, I bet it clears this thing up, doesn't it? No? Okay, I thought it might clone a block there, but I guess not. Okay, the question is, do I want to go into that blue wall thing? That is something that I'm a little nervous about, and I think the smart play is just to do something like this. Because I don't know how much of that's real. I don't think... yeah, let's just see. Yeah, those are real. Okay, good thing we didn't fall for that. Okay, so that's what allows you to get this. Oh, except now... Oh! That clones a block for this. I see. Okay, that's fair. So yeah, I'm seriously considering the possibility of doing this Let's Play, and I don't want to reveal what the game is yet, but maybe what I've said is a hint, so you can try to extrapolate whatever you want to from that. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. Right now I'm actually about to go on a vacation at this point, in real life, and I'm probably not going to start uploading walls of CCLP3 stuff until I get back, or recording it even until I get back. Okay, do I want to... Okay, I think what I want to do here is I want to partial post, if you want to call it that. This, and then this can then flow through there with no problem. Kind of reminds me of a puzzle that I made in my level Beyond the Facades that had a similar kind of thing going on. So yeah, that's kind of the immediate plans for the channel right now. I don't really know anything else beyond that. That was a really fun level. I've said this a few times, but the channel is pretty much just a hobby for me right now, so I'm not really doing much serious on it. But if I did do this Let's Play that I'm thinking of, it's probably going to turn into something a little bit more serious, just based on the time and the commitment involved. But it'll probably be a bit of a slow process. Okay, Rock Bottom. I haven't played this either, but apparently this uses the walls of one of Eddie Wim's levels. I think it was called Imperial Elevator or something. Okay, so that doesn't go anywhere helpful. Okay, I have no idea what that even accomplished. If anything. Like, I'm curious to know how much of this is just random stuff and how much of it is actually important. I think each room is 6 by 6 too. So I can't actually use anything there. That is pretty much off limits, so I'm going to assume that we just need to go up here. Oh, I probably did not want to do that. That was probably a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake. I'm liking the feel of this level so far. This is really cool. I don't know what that does, though. That's where I'm a little confused. Okay, don't get that. The suction boots mean nothing, because they get stolen. Okay, so now I can go through here, and this leads into the next area. Okay, cool. I'm going to make the assumption that this is correct. Release this fireball after moving this block out of the way. How can I move it out of the way? It's already in a corner. Then use the block to prevent the fireball from getting stuck. There are 2 chips in the last room. Is it talking about this block? I'm going to assume yes. Okay, so that was that thing that we pressed before. So, what exactly is it the green button that we just need to do? I'm confused. Okay, I feel weird about going through that thing, because if I do, I think I'm going to be trapped, right? But if I go up here, I'm just going to get the flippers immediately stolen, which feel like a waste. Okay, that was a dumb idea. So let's just look at this real quick. If I go up here, I go here, get skates, I can come back and get this. I don't know if the flippers are actually used for anything at all. That's going to be interesting to find out about. So I think there's 6 rooms in this level. Either 6 rooms or 8 rooms. I'll have to look at it. I want to say there's 8 rooms. I still don't know what in the heck that block is about. Let me just look at something real quick. I'm starting over just to check something out. Is that unavoidable, the whole block down here thing? I'm going to assume yes, just by virtue of this being necessary. And you're getting it in the position to be pushed into the water in the first place, so I think that is correct. So one thing I'm going to have to be okay with is just getting my boots stolen. It's one of those things that I feel like I just kind of have a mental block against, which is why I did not go up the flipper route. But I think I'm just going to have to be fine with that. Like, I'm going to have to get these stolen right here if this is the way forward, right? And then I'm going to have to get these stolen if this is the way forward. Okay, so I can get this. I can push this down, which is nice. So the question is, should I operate under the assumption that that button releases the bug? I guess it doesn't. Okay, so that releases this. Okay, why is this hint here? That's a little strange. So I'm going to assume that I need to use the yellow key here. And I see... Okay. I'm just looking at the path here because I think that that fireball is going to be set up to go through this. Well, no, there's still a red door. Never mind. Okay, I don't really know. I feel like I need to get this open first, so... I'm going to run with the assumption that this is not a trap. Hopefully not. The question is, what actually opens up? Oh, it's that trap button. Gotcha. So let's do that. You're going to blow that up. You're going to allow me to get this, which in turn, I believe should... Oh, no. Now I can't get back. Was I supposed to wait on getting those skates? Well, wait a minute. No, I had to go get the skates in order to even go down there, right? Is that correct? Or maybe not. Well, let's keep going. I'm really curious to know the context for the hint being everywhere that it is. That's so interesting to me. And what does this fireball end up doing for us anyway? That's yet another question. It feels like this is supposed to... Okay, yeah. So this fireball ends up going and bouncing around in here for a little bit. No, it actually ends up taking... Oh, now that's fascinating. It gives you some leeway with which to go through. Alright, I'm just going to go here and just go with the assumption that we're running with here so far. I feel like I'm doing something wrong by not getting the fireball. Okay, I can get this. And so there are 2 chips in the last room, so I'm going into... Oh, okay. My computer was not responding for some reason there. Okay, so I think that hint was there simply to tell us that we needed to have all but 2 chips before the last room. That seems to be reasonable as an assumption. The question is, do I want to go ahead and get these stolen? I'm going to say yeah. The question now, though, is where is there a second trap being held down? So here's my dilemma right now. I don't know if there's any keys under any of these blocks. I don't know where there's a second trap button being held down. I mean, the obvious thing is to push this down. Like, that seems to be the choice. Okay, it is here. Cool. I liked that level, but I feel like there was a lot in it that felt a little bit unfinished almost. Like, I hate to say that because it's like there's some things about it that were really cleverly set up, but the hint especially felt weirdly not relevant at times, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how else to describe it other than that. It was like you had these things where there were fireballs, but you didn't actually release them, it felt like the only one that you actually released was at the very end of the level. And then the block not getting the fireball stuck didn't really mean much. I don't know, it just... Did I solve that the right way? I don't know. Anyway, I liked the concept, though. I felt like it was a nice sort of, here, let's throw a bunch of things into each room, and you have to kind of figure out what works and what doesn't. And it felt not straightforward necessarily, but the means of getting each room solved felt satisfying to unravel, I think is a good way to put it. I don't know. It was a good level. I just don't know if I would say it's one of my favorites. But I liked what it was trying to do. Okay, and we have Flareon Remastered again. So I think this is the second of the three versions of this level that Josh made. And apparently I can go in here. I don't know if this is supposed to serve a purpose or... Okay, it looks like I can get something in this room. I'm going to assume that there's chips to collect here. But yeah, this is one of the versions of this level that he made. The original one, I think, was the one that was really easy. And then the one in JoshL6, I think, is the most, shall we say, complex and fully realized of the bunch. But this was the sort of in-between version of it. And I gotta say, this is pretty cool. I feel like I've spoken about these kinds of levels a bunch where I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of this sort of thing if... Okay, and I'm going to assume that this was supposed to be collected first, yeah. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of this sort of thing unless there's gameplay that actually justifies it, if that makes sense. I think one of the few good examples of this, well, I guess two good examples of this are Mirror and Spy from CCLP2, the two levels in the 30s, where one of them was like the CC icon for MSCC, and then the other one was like a spy sprite from MSCC. I liked both those levels because it felt like they were levels. Like, they weren't just pieces of artwork, although they did look cool. But they were levels. Traps without bugs on them are already open. Thanks for playing my last CC set, JoshL6. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more of my levels, feel free to try my CC2 set, Flareon 1. Wow, so this was, at the time, the final set that Josh was making. Okay, do I need to go over this way? Yes, I'm going to say yes to that. Okay, so this is 15 keys, it would seem. Okay, so in links I would be forced to do that. Okay, so 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, what does this clone? Oh. Okay, I don't know where else to go at this point. I'm a little worried. Is there a place I can get a red key? Because that would be a lifesaver right about now. I am not seeing a red key anywhere. I see one there, but not in a way I can get it. I'm not just missing a path up there, am I? Because that would be kind of silly of me. Okay, that's all the way down there. But yeah, the original Flareon, whoa, I did not mean to collide right there. The original Flareon level, I wasn't the biggest fan of because it was this very open level where there was just keys, traps, and it was basically the artwork of Flareon, the Pokemon, without much in the way of gameplay, whereas I feel like this level actually has a bit more of a flow to it, and I think the one in JoshL7 does even more so. It may not be my favorite level in the world, but I do like what it's trying to do. Okay. So let me make sure I'm counting this correctly. I have 3 here. Using them there is pointless. So 1, 0, and then we get... Yeah, we get 15. We get 15 here. Okay, I'm going to avoid using 1 there. So 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, wait, no, this is not a path. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way. Oh, I see now. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to open up a different set of things, wasn't I? Okay, that makes slightly more sense. Right in front of my face. This level kind of reminds me a little bit. It feels like a better version of that one level from CC2LP1 voting. I think it was called Wanderer of the Internet, and it looked like a giant cat when you looked at it in the editor. And it was basically like a maze on the outside, but on the inside you had all this collecting and stuff. I feel like this is a better and more streamlined version of that in a lot of ways. Okay, let me try this again. Wait, but I get cut off there. Huh? I am missing something. And I don't think you can solve this by going over that way either, because that's not really feasible. What am I not seeing with this? This is really bizarre. I'm not missing anything here, am I? Wow. This, of all the levels, the 4 levels to stump me in the final 4, I wasn't expecting it to be this. And I've even solved this before, so I feel really ashamed. But, you know what? Unexpected hijinks are part of the fun, so I'm not going to get too upset about it. I've learned, and I'm still learning, that you just need to sometimes just let things roll off your back. And it's okay to have little missteps here and there. Okay, I'm just looking around for additional keys, and I'm not seeing any. Unless they're hidden down below. Wait a minute. We have these. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, okay. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. The fact that... Okay, let's look at the earliest we could have come down here. So we could have come down immediately. Let's try that this time around. I'm gonna see how that works out. That might just be our ticket out of here. And if that's the case, I'm not really a fan of that part of this level. That is a little guessworky, if that is the solution. But we'll figure it out. We'll get there. And if not, we have a solution to look at. So... Okay, so now I got all these. I don't know, this feels like it could be correct. Okay, but now I'm blocked off. Except not, I can go over here. Okay, that was just enough. I don't know how you're supposed to do that in links. Maybe I just wasted a key. If we need to start over, I guess we can try it again. Okay. I know Josh likes his blue wall mazes, so... I shouldn't be too surprised that this has a blue background kind of thing. Okay, so there's a key that's stashed away there. Okay, I'm going to assume that that's right. Okay, we get a whole bunch of yellow keys. I'm going to go ahead and open that. Now, how do you get fire boots? That's what I'm wondering about at this point. How do you get fire boots? Let's go back. Can we go back, or was that a recessed wall opening, wasn't it? Let's just see if we can spot fire boots anywhere. For some reason, there's a... Yeah, this was a one-way intro area. Entrance. What am I saying? Intro area? That doesn't make any sense. For some reason, I want to say there's fire boots here. Okay, I don't know what that does. What does that do? Does it trigger some of that one clone machine? Does it... Oh, wait, I can go through here. Oh, okay, so now we go back. So the question is, because I can't go over here, but I see there is this. So is this the clone machine? Okay, it is. Good. Okay, so I just need 2 more button presses, and we are running out of time. Alright, let's see what we have here. Fire boots. We still have yet to get this chip over here. Okay, and then we have this. I think we need to get a block or something over to that. I love how this level just opens up here at the very end like this. Okay, so the question is, where's this final chip at? We still have yellow keys to use. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Alright, we can get out with enough time. Honestly, I like this level. It's cool. And I like the way it opens up at the end. I think that's a really neat touch. I know Josh kind of considers this a meme level now, but honestly, I think it's a fitting way to end the set, considering that it's very much tied to his own history. Well, everybody, with that being done, we have now completed JoshL6. I wanted to thank you all for watching this Let's Play. This has been really interesting just to go through again. And I know Josh has expressed as much in his comments, as the designer of this set. So to Josh, I just wanted to also say thank you for leaving those comments. They've been really insightful. And to everybody else who's commented, thank you for your own insights and your feedback as well. This has been a really fun set to Let's Play. In some ways, it's kind of been a nice way to kind of look at the past in order to maybe move a little bit more forward. And I hope that Josh kind of feels that way too, as he's trying to figure out what to do next with his CC design career. I don't know exactly where that's going, but for me, in terms of where I'm going next, I'm sticking kind of with where I've been sort of headed, which is that I'm going to just make levels for JBLP2 as they come up. I'm probably not going to be racing to make a whole bunch before the CC2 or CCLP5 deadline shows up, but whatever new stuff I make, I'll submit if I like it enough. And overall, I think this just kind of helped me get a little bit more perspective on, what kinds of levels I really like playing. And I think that's really where I've landed on a lot of this stuff in terms of the design questions I started out with. At the end of the day, I kind of just want to make levels I feel like making and playing. And sometimes those can be really hard puzzles one day. Sometimes those can be really simple levels another day. I mean, it just kind of depends on what I'm in the mood for, I guess. And in this case, I feel like this set really stabilized that mood for me in a lot of ways and kind of set some things in perspective. I think some of my favorite levels were the ones that felt like concepts that were genuinely new and interesting. I'm just looking at the editor right now. The opening decade of the set was a little strange, and the closing part of the set was a little strange. But I think overall, the stuff in the middle was really cool. And there's some really neat gems in this set that a lot of people don't talk about. Stuff like Vintage Runaround and Block Block and oh, what's the name of that other one? Pachi Yesu and stuff like that. Like I think those levels are all really fun. Um, the stuff that made it into CCLP4 is really deserve to make it into CCLP4. They are very good levels, and I'm hoping that some of these new things like Piston It Away and some of these other levels that were made after the submission deadline for that set was closed will do well in CCLP5. So I'm going to stop it there for now, guys. I'm going to go ahead and just wrap things up. So like I said, no new uploads for a couple weeks while I'm on vacation, but after that, we're going to hit the ground running with Walls CCLP3, and hopefully, by the time we're done with that, we can finally get started on this new set that Josh is going to be coming out with. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care, everybody.